Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the Everyday English Podcast. I am Emma, and as always, I am here to help you turn your English learning into real-life skills.
And I am Tom. It is great to be here with you all. Today we have a very special and honestly a very necessary episode. We are tackling one of the most high-pressure situations a non-native English speaker can face. It is not an exam, and it is not a first date. It is the visa interview.
That is right. If you watched our previous recommendation about visa vocabulary, you know the words, you know what a sponsor is, you know what financial independence means. But knowing the definitions is very different from sitting in front of a glass window, looking at a serious officer and answering their questions correctly.
Exactly. The vocabulary is the theory, but today we are doing the practice. We are going to simulate a real interview. I'm going to play the role of the strict visa officer, and Emma is going to play the applicant. Sometimes we will switch. We want you to listen to the rhythm, the speed, and the specific grammar structures we use to sound honest and calm.
And we are going to break it down into 4 main stages: the arrival, the purpose of the trip, the financial questions, and the most important part, proving you will return home. By the end of this hour, you will not just know the words, you will feel ready to say them. Before we start, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We post these listening practices every week, and you do not want to miss our next episode on airport survival skills.
All right, Emma, are you ready to get nervous?
I am already a little nervous, Tom. You have a very serious officer voice.
Good, that is the point. Let's start with the first few seconds. This is where most people make their first mistake. They are so anxious that they talk too much, or they freeze.
Right. When the officer calls your number, you walk to the window. The first impression is physical, but the first words you speak set the tone. Let's roleplay a bad version first, so you can hear what not to do.
Okay, I am the officer. Next, number A45, please come to the window.
Oh, hello, good morning, sir. I am here for my visa. Here is my passport and my papers and my photos. How are you today? It's very nice weather.
Okay, stop. Cut. Anna, that was intense.
It felt intense. I was trying to be friendly.
You were too friendly and you were rushing. Listeners, did you hear how fast she was speaking? In a visa interview, over-talking can look suspicious. It looks like you are trying to distract the officer.
So what should I do instead?
Keep it short. Polite, but short. Let's try a good version. Next, number A45.
Good morning, officer.
Pass me your passport, please.
Here you go.
Simple. Calm. That felt much better. I just said good morning, and here you go.
I didn't ask you about your day.
Exactly. Officers are busy. They want efficiency. Here you go is a perfect phrase when you hand something over. You can also say, here it is.
Okay, so step 1 is be brief. Don't babble. Now let's move to the real questions. The officer will almost always ask about the purpose of your trip.
This seems easy, right? Why are you going to the US? But the grammar matters here. You need to sound certain.
Let's listen to a common mistake.
Why are you traveling to the United States?
I want to visit New York and maybe see the Statue of Liberty. I think I will stay for 2 weeks.
Okay, stop. The grammar here was okay, but the words want, maybe, and think are dangerous.
Why? I am being honest. I do want to go.
Want sounds like a dream. Maybe sounds like you don't have a plan. Think sounds like you might not come back. The officer needs to hear a plan, not a wish. You should use I am going to or I am visiting. Use the present continuous tense for fixed arrangements.
Ah, I see. So instead of I want to visit, I should say I am visiting my sister.
Yes, or I am going for a business conference. It sounds solid. It sounds like the ticket is already booked in your mind.
Let's try the role play again with strong grammar.
Why are you traveling to the United States?
I am going to attend a medical conference in Chicago, and then I am visiting a friend for 3 days.
Excellent. I am going to attend, and I am visiting. Very clear. Notice she also gave specific details, a medical conference and 3 days. Specificity builds trust.
That is a great tip. If you just say for tourism, it's too vague. Say to see the Grand Canyon or to visit Disney World. It shows you have done your research.
Exactly. Now let's move to the second stage, money. This is where people get really sweaty hands. The officer needs to know how you are paying for this.
And this connects back to the vocabulary we learned last time, sponsor and financially independent.
Right. There are two situations here. Situation A, you are paying for yourself. Situation B, someone else is paying. Let's practice situation A first.
Okay, I am paying for myself.
So the question will be, how will you support yourself during your stay?
A weak answer would be, I have money in the bank.
That is too simple. You need to sound professional. Try using words like savings, salary, or cover the expenses.
Okay, let me try a strong answer. Ask me again.
How will you support yourself during your trip?
I am fully self-funding this trip. I have sufficient savings in my current account to cover all travel and accommodation expenses.
Wow, fully self-funding, sufficient savings, cover expenses. That sounds like a person who has their life together.
It sounds much more formal than I have money.
It does. And notice the verb cover. To cover the expenses means to pay for everything. It is a great phrase for this interview.
Now, what about situation B? What if I am a student or my parents are paying?
Then you need the word sponsor, but be careful. In English, sponsor can sound like a business thing. In a visa context, it just means the person taking financial responsibility.
So if my father is paying, what do I say?
You should say, my father is sponsoring my trip. I have his affidavit of support and his bank statements here.
Affidavit of support. That is a hard one. Can we break that down?
Affidavit. It is a legal written statement. If you are not paying, you must mention the evidence you brought. Don't just say my dad is paying. Say my father is sponsoring me, and here's the proof.
Let's role-play that.
Who is paying for your trip?
My father is sponsoring me. He has guaranteed all my costs. Here is his employment letter and bank statement.
Perfect. You use the word guaranteed. That is a strong power word. It means he has promised to pay.
Okay, Tom. So we have covered the greeting, the purpose, and the money. Now we get to the hardest part, the part where most people get rejected.
The ties to your home country.
For our listeners, ties means the things that connect you to your home, the things that stop you from staying in the US illegally. The officer is thinking, if I let this person in, will they come back?
Yes, and you cannot just say, I promise I will come back. Promises mean nothing to a visa officer. They need facts. They need assets.
So they might ask questions like, do you have a job? Or what do you do for a living? Or are you married?
Let's focus on the job question first. This is your biggest tie. If you have a good job, you are likely to return. The mistake people make is using simple tense when they should use continuous tense to show longevity.
Longevity? That means how long you have been there.
Right. If I ask, what do you do? And you say, I am a teacher, that is okay. But it is better to say, I have been a teacher for 10 years.
Ah, the present perfect continuous. I have been working.
Yes, it shows stability. I am a teacher could mean you started yesterday. I have been a teacher for 10 years means you have a career you do not want to lose.
Let's role play that. I will give a weak answer first.
What do you do in your home country?
I work at a bank.
Okay, short, a bit boring. Does she have a career or just a job? I don't know. Now try the strong version.
I am a senior analyst at National Bank. I have been working there for 5 years and I am currently managing a major project that I must return to finish.
Boom.
That is the winning answer. Let's unpack that. I gave my title, Senior Analyst. I used the time structure. I have been working there for 5 years, and I added a necessity to return. I am managing a project I must finish. That last part is brilliant. I must return to finish it. It gives the officer a concrete reason why you cannot stay in the US. What if I don't have a big job? What if I am a student? Then your tie is your education. You must return to finish your degree. So I could say, I am a student at the University of Madrid. I have 2 semesters left before I graduate. Exactly. I have 2 semesters left. That is the timeline. It shows you have a goal in your home country. What about property? The anchor video mentioned bringing property deeds. Yes, if they ask what assets do you have, do not just list them. Connect them to your life. Instead of saying, I have a house, say, I own a home where my wife and children live. Yes. Mentioning family living in the house makes the tie stronger. It is emotional and financial. Okay, I feel like we are building a really strong profile here. But Tom, what happens if I don't understand the question? This is the nightmare scenario. The officer speaks fast. Maybe there is glass between you. Maybe the microphone is bad. You hear a mumble. and the panic sets in. You think, if I say what, he will think my English is bad and deny the visa.
So a lot of people just guess. They say yes.
Officer, are you a terrorist? Applicant, yes.
Exactly. That is a disaster. Never guess. It is perfectly okay to ask for clarification, but you have to do it politely. Do not say what or huh.
What should I say?
Use the I beg your pardon phrase. It is classic and formal. I beg your pardon.
Or you can blame the environment. I am sorry, it is a little loud. Could you repeat that?
That is a great psychological trick. You are not saying my English is bad. You are saying the room is loud. It saves face.
Let's practice this. Ask me a mumbled question.
Stay long?
I am sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat the question?
How long do you intend to stay?
2 weeks.
Perfect. I didn't quite catch that. That is a lovely natural phrase. It means I didn't hear it.
And notice I didn't panic. I just paused, smiled, and asked.
Confidence is 50% of the test. If you panic, you look guilty. If you stay calm, you look innocent.
Okay, Tom, we have practiced the pieces. I think our listeners are ready for a challenge.
I think so too. We are going to do a full simulation now. I'm going to ask 5 questions in a row. I will leave a quiet space after each question for you, the listener, to answer out loud.
Yes, speak out loud. If you are on the bus, maybe whisper, but you need to move your mouth. I will give a model answer after the pause so you can check yours.
Ready? Imagine you are at the window. You have your documents. I am looking at you. Here we go. Good morning. Pass me your passport, please.
Good morning. Here it is.
Why are you traveling to the United States today?
I am going to visit my brother who lives in Florida, and we are planning to spend a week at the beach.
How long have you been at your current job?
I have been working as a software engineer for 4 years.
Who will be paying for your travel expenses?
I am self-funding the trip using my savings.
Do you have any intention of remaining in the U.S. after your visit?
No, absolutely not. I have a job and a family waiting for me back home.
Okay, scene end. Relax. Breathe.
How did you do? Did you remember to use I have been working? Did you remember to say self-funding?
If you hesitated, that is normal. That is why this is a podcast. You can rewind the section and do it again, and again until you are bored of it. Because when you are bored, you are not nervous.
That is such good advice. Boredom is the enemy of anxiety. If you have answered these questions 100 times in your bedroom, you will just be on autopilot at the embassy.
I want to add one more advanced tip before we finish. It's about body language, which sounds funny on an audio podcast, but it affects your voice.
Oh, absolutely. If you are hunched over, looking at the floor, your voice sounds weak.
When you practice these answers, stand up, shoulders back, look at a spot on the wall at eye level. When your chest is open, your voice projects. You sound more authoritative.
And smile. Not a crazy clown smile, but a polite, I have nothing to hide smile. It changes the tone of your voice. You can hear a smile.
Let's try it. Emma, say, I am going to visit my sister with a frown.
I am going to visit my sister.
Now smile and say it.
I am going to visit my sister.
Big difference. The second one sounds like a genuine tourist. The first one sounds like someone who is running away from something.
It really does. So to recap our strategy for today, 1, keep your greetings short. Here is my passport. 2, use I am going to for your plans, not I think or maybe. 3, use formal financial words like savings, cover expenses, and sponsor. 4, use the present perfect continuous for your job. I have been working there for. 5, ask for clarification if you don't hear. I didn't quite catch that.
And finally, practice until you are bored.
This episode is meant to be a tool. Save it, download it, listen to it on the morning of your interview. It will get your brain into English mode.
And if you found this helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. It tells us that you want more practical, real-life simulations like this.
Our next episode is the perfect follow-up to this. Once you get the visa, you have to get through the airport. And let me tell you, the customs officers at the airport are a completely different challenge.
They speak faster, they are less patient, and you are tired from a 10-hour flight. We will give you the checklist to survive that interaction next week.
So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss that.
Good luck with your applications, everyone. Go in there, be prepared, be honest, and be loud.
You have got this. We believe in you. Thanks for listening to the Everyday English Podcast.
See you next time.
Bye.